Very good afternoon to all of you, dear students. It's generally said those who have command over language can have command over others. Those who can master languages can master the whole world. When you learn a language, it's not alone you learn to speak the language, also, you need to learn the art of persuasion. If you want to hone your skill of art of persuasion, if you want to improve, develop the art of persuasion, you should also learn to practice some forms of speech. There are many forms of speech that can help you hone the skill of art of persuasion. Especially, pep talk is the best form of practice that I would recommend. Uh, in the light of it, today I've just given an assignment to Sandana to give her pep talk, motivational talk, energy talk on the topic, love thyself. It's over to you, Sandana, now.
Thank you so much, sir. So, good afternoon to my dear friends. Today, I'm going to share pep talk with you all on the topic Love Thyself. Now, before I get into the topic, I want to start off by asking you all two simple questions. And I would really appreciate it if you guys could just be interactive with me. So please feel free to raise your hands, okay? How many of you want to be respected by others, be loved by others? And how many of you want to be appreciated by others? Please raise your hands. I could see from my side. Okay, very good. Shri Manonmani, Annie, and Jyotika. Okay, very good. Thank you so much for your response. Yes, we all want to be loved, to be appreciated and respected, right? Okay. So my second question, and for this question, I don't really want a response from you. I just want you guys to think and just be honest with yourself, okay? How many of you truly love yourself? How many of you truly respect yourself? And how many of you truly appreciate yourself? Or do you just feel like you're worth nothing and that you're good for nothing? So that brings us back to the topic, love thyself. You know, nowadays we are so concerned about being liked by others. We want others to love us, to respect us, to appreciate us, right? And because of this desire within us, we all tend to live life not for us, but for the sake of others. I am doing this because he likes it and he's told me to do so. I'm going to become a doctor, not because I want to become a doctor, because she likes it and she told me to become a doctor, right? So why do people behave in this manner? Is it because they don't know how to lead their own life? Well, in this case, the answer is no. People do this simply because they just haven't learned to cherish themselves for who they are. Now, at this point, we may arise a question, why? Why isn't that some people haven't learned to love themselves? Okay, so when we ask this question, there may be many answers, many reasons why, right? But from my perspective, I believe that there are three main reasons why a person may start to hate himself or herself. And reason number one is lack of self-confidence. And I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain this to you, and you all know what lack of self-confidence is, right? And reason number two is lack of appreciation. Let me tell you what I mean by that. I bet you are all in this situation, at least once in your lifetime, where you have worked so hard, you have sacrificed, you have lost so many things. But in the end of the day, no one seems to appreciate you or understand you, right? Were any of you in this situation? So because of this lack of appreciation, many people start to doubt themselves. They start questioning themselves. Am I doing the right thing? And because they start questioning themselves, they just naturally start hating themselves. So that's reason number two. And reason number three is expectations. I would like to elaborate on this term expectations. So let me start off by telling you that expectations can lead to disappointments, and disappointments can lead to depression, and depression can lead to hating oneself. Let me just explain this with the help of a short example. So there's this man, and this man he's just like you and me. And one day he's going through a social media. He's going through Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, so and so. One day on Instagram, his best friend posts a story saying that he has bought a new and expensive car. This man, he's not rich, let's just say he's poor, okay? This man being poor, he starts thinking to himself. What does he think? Let me tell you that. Thought number 1, why don't I own a car? Thought number 2, do I not own a car because I'm not rich? Thought number 3, because I'm not rich, I'm not able to afford expensive things. And because I'm not able to afford expensive things, I cannot make myself happy and I have failed in life. Thought number 4, my best friend here, he is so rich, he can afford anything. He can get anything he wants and he can make himself so happy. And hence he's the most luckiest man in the world. After thinking these thoughts, he goes through more posts, pictures, comments, messages on all his social media, and he comes to a fifth and final conclusion. The people around me, they're so happy and they have no sorrows in life, but here I am full of problems and depression. So from this example, you can clearly see that this man, he wanted something he couldn't afford, and this was an expectation. And because he could not fulfill the expectation, he became disappointed. And because he became disappointed, he started to feel depressed. And because he was depressed, he just started to hate himself, right? You know, nowadays, social media is one of the main reasons for depression. Now, let me just give you all a small advice. What you see on social media is not real. People smile in front of the camera, not behind it. Trust me, I know there are only very few people who smile even when the camera is turned on. Off. Just because someone is smiling in their profile picture doesn't mean they're always smiling 24/7 in their life. People are just like you and me. I have my problems and you have yours. You cannot compare your problems with mine. They're just two unequal things. So how do you overcome this situation? How do we start feeling happy for what we have? And how do we start feeling happy for who we are? So that brings us back to the three main reasons why a person may start to hate himself or herself. Lack of self-confidence, lack of appreciation, and infinite expectations. What if I tell you there's one simple key solution to these problems? And when I say this key solution, you might start thinking, it's so simple. But you know, it may sound very simple, but only very few can do it. And this simple key solution is to just stop caring. And like I said, it may sound very simple, but only very few can master the skill. And now when I say to stop caring, I don't mean you should lose your humanity. Of course, we should help our friends. We should help our family. We should always be a helping hand to people, right? But there's a difference between caring for others and caring because of others. Let me tell you, the minute you stop caring about what others like, about what others want, about what others think, and the moment you start thinking and exploring and discovering about what you want, what you desire, what you need, from that moment onwards, your self-confidence will be limitless. You will realize that you don't need appreciation of other people. You don't need a standing ovation for your hard work. You don't need a round of applause for your sacrifice. The only bit of appreciation and token of gratitude that you need is the one from you, and that is more than enough, right? The moment you stop caring about the life of others, and by that what I mean is you stop comparing your life status with the life status of other people. You will just stop expecting, and instead you will start accepting. And when you start accepting things, you will start accepting even very small things. Even if you have just 1 penny, you'll be happy with it. And that will truly make you the most happiest and the most luckiest man in the world. So what I'm trying to say from this is, let's all lift that weight off our shoulders and let's start to embrace ourselves. Let's start to love ourselves. Let's start to cherish ourselves. And this could simply be done by asking ourselves a few questions. What do I want? What do I want to become? What do I like? What do I desire? And as we slowly start to find the answers for these questions, we will begin to love ourselves. And remember, when you love yourself, you start doing the things you love. And when you start doing the things you love, you start living life for you. and only for you. And let me end this by saying one last thing. You cannot expect other people to love you unless you love yourself first. So anyways, thank you so much for your time and cooperation and your patience. I really hope my message reached out to all of you. So anyways, thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sandana. Thank you, Sandana. The entire speech wasn't like a speech of a student. Now I felt as if I'm listening to some godman, uh, some godfather, right? That's how you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you spoke really well. You've got such a wonderful flow. Your content is very nice. You've got very good spontaneity, Sandana. As usual, your accent is extraordinary and it is exceptional, little girl. I appreciate you for it. And definitely, this is going to serve.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is going to serve as a model pep talk for many other fellow students of the school, right? The children, just hope you all listen to it carefully. You got the message very clearly, and I would appreciate if you also come out with a pep talk of this kind. Okay, okay, and thanks for your patience and cooperation, children. Have a good day, all. I'll just end the session now, right?